But then in 48 hours later, like her health declined so bad that we had to take her to the emergency room because she wasn't getting out of bed. She was sleeping all day, and her pain was so bad that she couldn't eat, and she was turning yellow. So we took her to the ER, and this is still during the height, not during the height, but it was during the middle of the pandemic. So my father was not allowed to be with her in the emergency room. So, you know, you're going through the stress of the workday, trying to figure out, like, what's the situation with your mom that's in the emergency room. So, long story short, somehow, because she had cancer, anyway, somehow she developed a staph infection, which is what was causing her to be ill on top of the cancer. So she was in the hospital for about a week and a half, and then made the decision that instead of fighting cancer and giving it its all, that she wanted to go into hospice. That she was going to do home hospice. Now, Jason, I've had conversations with her leading up until this point, and about how she wanted end-of-life care. That she would always say, when it's my time, and I don't want any resuscitation. I don't want any, when God calls me home, it's my time and I'm not fighting. So I knew that she meant it, and she was ready to see Jesus. So that's something that you hit home hard. And basically she was in a nursing home for about a week. That was a difficult week. And then she came home on February 4th. We basically told the family that she's home. And then we had a family reunion. It wasn't really planned, but we had a beautiful family reunion. And when I say we did, it was like the entire family came together and just got to be with my mom before it got bad. And, you know, when you hear cancer, man, it's like prior to the incident, you have this image in your head, but when you're literally seeing your mother, because she's choosing not to do chemotherapy and not to take any medicine, which was difficult. Excuse me. So yeah, so she was stubbornly, she wanted to fight the fight, and those were really 4 really difficult weeks, man. They say with anticipatory grief that it's like, it's coming, that it's coming, and you think, because you're preparing yourself, that it's going to get better, but it doesn't, bro. It does not. Because I had a great relationship. My relationship with my mother was as ideal as it could be, and she handled hospice care with such grace. And my brother really was a great support for her during that time. And I sacrificed my job for a month, and I just told him what was happening, and I got to be her caregiver, which was mostly emotional, and any type of support that I can provide her during that last month. And March 9th, I woke up. My father said, Anthony, come downstairs. It's not looking good. Came downstairs, and, I knew that it was going to be close. I knew that it was going to be close. And the 9th was her favorite number. Like, she was born on January 9th. And she always told me on the day she died that she wanted to hear Te Quiero Puerto Rico, Ahora Quien by Mark Anthony. So in the afternoon I decided this is really not looking good. So I played her the song. Like I said, she and this was years ago. This was like over a decade ago. She said, Anthony, I want you on the day that I die to play this song. And I remembered it, and I broke out the song. And an hour later, she was gone.